Imagine waking up tomorrow and finding a small number glowing on your wrist. Your death date. Fixed, final and unavoidable. Some people say they would want to know. That knowledge is power. But what if certainty is its own kind of prison? This isn't just a hypothetical. Philosophers, neuroscientists, and even AI ethicists have asked a terrifying question. What happens to the human mind when death becomes a scheduled event? Let's say the date is revealed to you. Not how you die, only when. For some, it would feel like a curse. For others, a strange relief. But even before the shock fades, your mind begins reorganizing itself. Because the brain treats death differently when it's abstract and when it's a countdown. Without knowing the date, life feels open. Choices feel infinite. Time feels elastic. But the moment you know your deadline, something inside you clicks. Suddenly, your future isn't a story. It's a schedule. Knowing the year, month, and day you'll die creates a paradox. You gain control over how you live, but lose the freedom of not knowing. Uncertainty is painful, yes, but uncertainty also gives possibility. Without it, every decision becomes a calculation. Should you start that business? Fall in love? Fix a broken relationship? Move to another country? Your answers change, depending on how much sand is left in the hourglass. When time becomes visible, so do your priorities. And your regrets. Psychologists say that humans survive by strategically ignoring death. It's called terror management theory. If we thought about dying every day, we'd collapse. But if your death date is shown to you, you can't ignore it. Every birthday becomes a reminder. Every delay feels like self-harm. Every meaningless habit becomes an enemy. For many, this knowledge would create a constant, quiet panic. Not the fear of dying, but the fear of wasting what's left. And that fear could either destroy your life or perfect it. Let's assume you're one of the rare people who thrive under pressure. Knowing your death date might unlock a new kind of clarity. Your procrastination dies instantly. Your excuses evaporate. Your time suddenly becomes honest. You stop living for others. You stop pretending. You stop delaying the things that truly matter. The countdown becomes motivation. But even here, there's a danger. Because if you optimize your life around a fixed date, you might forget how to live freely. Spontaneity dies. Pleasure becomes strategic. Joy becomes scheduled. You're not living a life. You're completing a checklist. Now imagine the final year, the final month, the final week. You know what's coming, but you can't change it. You can't bargain with it. You can't escape it. And that's where this thought experiment becomes truly unsettling. Does knowing the end destroy the meaning of the middle? Or does it finally make the middle real? Most people say they want certainty, but they don't. What they want is security, a guarantee that everything will be okay. But knowing your death date gives you the opposite. It gives truth, a truth sharp enough to carve your identity apart. If the universe offered you that knowledge, not the cause, not the final moment, just the date, would you take it? Or would you refuse? Choosing ignorance not because you fear dying, but because you're still learning how to live. Because the deepest question isn't whether you'd want to know when you die. The real question is whether you could live differently, without needing to know.